Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. Alright, this is different skill, bringing you a rewrite deck based around the character Akane. This is rather complex deck, so some of this might not make sense. First, I'll go through the climaxes. Retaliation, simple gate triggers. It does have a climax combo in here, so I'll explain that later. Smile and Tears. Stock 1, 1 soul. Double soul trigger. Once again, it does have another climax combo. I can explain the main cards first before I start going through levels. Dreams into Akane. Cost 1/1, 6,000. Change on Encore, pay 1, send this to waiting room. It changes to the next card I will show next. 3 copies never-ending transition Akane. The first ability is that on your opponent's attack phase, it may drop 1 character card from your hand to your waiting room, and it gains another 2,500 power. And the other one is another change. Pay 1 stock and send this to clock on Encore, and you could change to Senri Akane, which is going to be the next card. And I run, obviously, 4 copies of Akane Senri. The first one is a heal on change or on play, but because your change card goes to clock, you don't really heal until level 3. The other effect is a climax combo. You pay to this climax combo, pay 1. You could take a look at the top 3 cards. Take 1 to your hand, drop the rest in your waiting room, and then it gains a 4,000 boost. Pretty good if you have full field, at least 2 of this. It fills up your hand really quickly. Alright, I'm going to start going through the level 0s. That will help get the chain off. 3 copies of Unsocial Girl Akane. First effect is Suicide. The second effect is pay 1, drop 1 card from hand. When this card reverse the character that's battling it, you may salvage a character. Pretty good. Double R. No wonder. 3 copies of President of the Akut Club Akane. Pay 1 and put 1 to clock. You can search up to a level 1 and lower. Because of this, you don't lose a hand, which is pretty good. Although you do take more damage this way. I can imagine noise after this. 3 copies of Clumsy Girl Chihaya. When you put this from hand to stage, you have to check the top. If it's level 2 or higher, this card has a rest. There is a good number of level 2 cards in here, so there's a good chance. So that's why I do not run 4. 2 copies of Fate of the Sakura Blossoms. What's it now? Whatever. Sakia. The first effect is when a card goes from stage to waiting room, you can pay the cost of sending this to the waiting room. You bring the card back from the waiting room to stage rested. It's pretty much it will sacrifice itself. The other effect is you can tap this and give a Chihaya or Kotaro 1 level and 1,000 power. Pretty good for early game, but that's about it for it. Okay, so basically if you have part of 3 copies of Kaguri. Effect is on your opponent Encore phase. You can give 1 character Encore by dropping 1 character to hand. This is probably the only Encore card in Neo Standard wise that will give you Encore to a different character. So it's up to you if you'd rather use this or not. 2 copies of Chibi Lucia. PR, pay 1, you can draw 1 and drop 1 card from hand. Not too important, but it's good since you need the change effect to go, and they have to be in your waiting room. Alright, I'm going to go to my level 1s. Swimsuit Chihaya, Suicide for level 1s, and it cannot side attack, which just makes it why it's a bit stronger than the normal level 1 Suicides. pretty good if you don't have the full chain. If you can't get the all three out at one time, it fills up the space and yeah. 2 copies of Birth of Monster event card. What it does is you may bring a level 1 bug from the waiting room to stage, and at the end, in the beginning of the encore phase, you have to send that card back. They send this card to your clock. I mostly use this for the change because the change is on the beginning of the encore phase as well, making it very easy to use. Of course, I may use this on something else if you absolutely have to. 1 copy of Chibi Chihaya, basic counter. Yes, PR. 2 copies of Song Destruction Akane. It sits in front. 1,000 power to any level 2 cards. And climax combo with this, with the gate trigger. When that happens, you can give another card another 1,500. So effectively, you can give the whole field another 2,000 power. The cards in front of this another 2,000 power and another 1,500 anywhere. So at max, another 3,500 at most. All right, level 2s. 4 copies of Casual Clothing Akane, 3,000 counter. Yes, 4 copies, not 3. You absolutely have to have those Akane cards to actually live. So that's why I run 4. 1 copy of Magic Girl of the Academy. The Brainstorm effect. First effect is you give 1 character 5,000 power. The second effect is your opponent chooses a number from 1 to 3. The base, and then you check the top 3. Send the top 3 cards from this to the waiting room. For every occult trait shown, if it matches the number that your opponent gives, you can draw 1 card. So this card can't even itself out, and it's also a 0 cost. So it's easy. So it's rather easy to play, but only run because you don't absolutely need this. It's good for an absolutely strong power boost. All right, and for the last level 3s, 3 copies of Ochuri Chihaya. Heal 1 on play, and on the beginning of your climax phase, you have to drop all of your stock into the waiting room, and it gains 3,000 power until the end of your opponent's turn. I'd rather you only use this as a last resort or you have no stock. I don't use this too often, but I do if I must. It's because it's really powerful in defense and attack phase. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.